Hey team, Wade Wyant here with Red Wagon Advisors, and over the past few months, I've been asking myself, what can I do to help, especially last month as things in this world have just continued to get more and more stressed around race equity and some of the challenges we still have here in the U.S. In that, some of those challenges are being seen around police reform, education reform, and even judicial or the court reforms and the way we work with people. And I really can't do a lot there other than vote with my dollar and vote with my vote. And I was trying to figure out, as a business leader, as an entrepreneur, as a consultant, a coach, someone who works with businesses every day and does a lot of advising, how could I help? How could my team help? We thought the best thing we could do is listen. And I wanted to put my words into action. And so we've gone out, we've reached out to some business leaders that I know, African-American business leaders that I know in the community, and I've asked them to do a video series with me where I'll just be mostly listening, talking a little bit, but mostly listening and asking some key questions around what can businesses do better and how can businesses help. We cannot necessarily go in and reform the police, but we can give suggestions, we can give ideas, we can make recommendations, but we can also do other things. And I wanted to hear it directly from the community that's affected the most. And so I've gone out there and done the interviews. And so this is one of those interviews, and I really would ask you to tune into other ones and see what we were able to collect, some of these ideas. And more than anything, listen and take notes, because I think there's so much more as business leaders we can do. We just don't always know what to do. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I can't wait to get your response and hear what you're doing to try to help along some of the challenges we have here in the U.S. and just to make things better in general. If you were the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, what's the one thing you would do or change, or what could you do that would help to help with this, help us start making that change in the world?
Yeah, that it is a tough question, but I think you're seeing a lot of bigger organizations kind of move towards this, but really that social capital piece is huge right now. Mm-hmm. It can obviously affect the business's bottom line, by dealing with or assisting with, being a resource to things that are happening in society, even down to like environmental issues. But if you're able to take a stance and be able to make an impact in that way,
Sure.
that's really going to help your organization. And I assume that many of the employees will kind of follow that lead a little bit. So then you make all those, employees, little ambassadors to, your organization, and, that recognition, like within your community, if you're doing, that type of work, it doesn't go unnoticed.
For sure.
People are going to see that. And so I think that is where I would like to see, that Fortune 500 organization that I'm going to be running someday,
Yes.
really, I don't know, like make that social impact. I would love to see that, but not to discount the work that is already being done.
Oh, sure. I mean, look, businesses have gotten better every year, right? Mm-hmm. It's not to say that they haven't, but now's the time to maybe go, okay, can we do more? Can we do a lot more? How's that possible? How can we make that impact?
Yeah, and I think to get back to your point, you were saying like shame on me for not knowing, and it's not even like having people feel shame, or like people like are finally like opening their eyes to
Mm-hmm.
like these disparities, but it's like I don't know. All of this is like kind of boiling down to I don't know, like this analogy that I keep thinking of like during this time, and it's like if you're learning to play the piano, and I mean the first couple of tries you're going to do at it, you're just going to stink. Like you're not going to
Sure.
be able to be effective. You're not going to hit the notes. You're not going to really enjoy it. You might want to give up. Yeah. But the more practice and the more coaching that you need to get, with this opportunity, the better you're going to get.
Yep.
And then even when you get better at it, like you're still going to need to be able to hone that skill. Like, it's just one of those things where, like, you got to start at some place, and then you got to keep doing the work.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I love that. Start someplace, and yeah, I'm with you. Well, thanks, Nate. Again, Nate is he's in an engagement at the chamber, and he works with companies to both recruit and retain and make sure they're being engaged and getting the most out of the chamber. So he's doing an awesome job over there. Red Wagon's too small to work with Nate. He works with bigger companies. So just so you know, there's no conflict of interest here. He doesn't work directly with Red Wagon, but we are really good friends, and we are members of the chamber. It's a great organization. So go join the chamber. If you haven't checked them out, you got to check them out. They're not the old stodgy chamber that you think of when you think the Chamber of Commerce. It's very modern, very up to date, very progressive, very aggressive, and they're out there making a difference in the community. And I got connected with the chamber a year ago, and it took me that long because I had an old, worn out opinion of the chamber. Again, back to being naive. And fortunately, someone there reached out to me, and I was able to make a connection. And I'm working with the chamber, and I love spending time down there. And so thanks again, Nate, for the work you guys do.
Yeah.
I'm Wade Wyant. This is Red Wagon, and thank you, Nate. Appreciate being here.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the discussion, and let's just keep it up. Let's keep it up.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm playing chopsticks on the piano right now, and I'm going to try to get better. So, all right, everybody, thanks, and have a wonderful day.